Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another Tuesday night here with oxygen not included. We're of course still in the Dorky Supernova, the colony we started a number of weeks ago and has been growing rather steadily ever since. This is the space that our colony now occupies. We've expanded well out into the little frozen biome down here, where we're actually, at the end of our last stream, we finally set up some plastic production, so we have some oil being hauled into our colony that we can turn into plastics. Ultimately, we can turn this into petroleum as well if we want to make some fuel for it, but I'm not really in a rush to do that at the moment. Although we might want to consider it at some point if we start to get to the point where we have trouble finding coal, which right now shouldn't be too big of an issue because it's kind of everywhere. Today, though, I kind of want to focus on digging out some more of the slime biome, maybe somewhere over here possibly, and then expanding on our farming situation so we can build a ranch for our puffs and try to get some puffs producing some slime for us that we can use to feed our mushrooms. We do have a pretty constant need of slime in order to keep our mushrooms going. Our food supply has dwindled down considerably since the peak we hit at over 400,000 kilocalories. And we kind of need to resupply it. That's kind of because of a couple of issues, though. So we have a bit of a gas pressure issue down here in the lower part of the colony. Plenty of oxygen and everything in the breathable area, but we do have some issues down there that's sort of stifling our plants a little bit. We also had some issues with running out of dirt for fertilizer, so all of our mealwood has stopped growing, and that's not producing food for us anymore. We're now just down to having the having the bristle blossoms, and then having the mushrooms as our food supply. So we kind of need to stay a little bit on top of that and figure out some food situations there as well. So I did during the last stream try to put some dirt down here, or some slime down here that we can turn into dirt. It does not seem to have succeeded. Instead, it turned it into sandstone. Which was definitely not what we were shooting for. We were trying to get, so what have we got here? No, there's like 100 kilograms of sandstone here. I had like 8 tons of slime sitting here. I don't know where it went. I don't know if the crew cleaned it up. I don't think so, but they might have. So we're gonna have to try and go ahead and try and put some more slime down here. See if we can try again to turn that into some dirt, because we desperately need some form of dirt in here in order to try and grow out our crops. But welcome everybody who's here so far in the stream chat. Apologize for the late start today. I was a little bit late getting home, so we're starting a little behind the 8 ball. But I do today want to try and get some puft farming going. We do though still have a few different things we need to take care of, so we're gonna make sure we try to tackle a few of those and try to get everything in order. We don't want our duplicates dying off on us because of food, of all things, when we had such crazy amounts of it before. But obviously we haven't really been focusing on it super much. We probably still have even some sleet wheat we can produce. If I check out our seed situation here, seeds, sleet wheat grains, we have whatever that is. That number does not look accurate somehow. 16.21459. They've got a bit of a bug with the display there, but we do have some sleet wheat we can still work with, and there's still some more down there in the biome also. Why is this guy bagged up but not released? One of the bigger issues we have with our mealwood not growing is that, of course, our Dreckos can't eat anymore. So we're not getting any scales and stuff off of them either. We did shave a little bit of plastic off of them. We can rebag them and then release them again. That sort of resets their food, resets their scales. It's kind of an exploit, though. I don't want to do too much of it, particularly since we already have a system down here that's producing plastic at a pretty steady rate for us. It is warm in this area, but it's the cold biome is helping to control some of those temperatures as well, so not too bad. We'll see how all this goes. This generator is not really doing anything right now. I guess because the battery's full. I don't think we have a huge supply or a huge requirement for plastic right now, so I'm just going to disable these buildings for the moment. Stop producing some treadmill power. We'll see what this can do in terms of running off of its own gas power, although there's not really any gas moving here. So I have a feeling it's going to run out awfully quick. Yeah, this really isn't going to do anything. We're not getting nearly there's like little bits of natural gas floating around in here with the polluted oxygen, but not enough of a supply. Second time now, Blue Hole might win this time. What? Blue Hole, what now? How are we cooling the polymer press? The polymer press was just built in the cold biome, so it's hot. Don't get me wrong. It's on the warm side, and so is the plastic that comes out of here. But it's sitting in its own little pool of water here, so the plastic, when it pops out, kind of sits in the water and cools a tiny bit, so hopefully it won't melt. And then this is also just sitting in the cold biome, which is sort of helping a little bit as well. It's not perfect. You can see it does still warm up, but it cools down quickly, so that's not so bad. We're not producing any more plastics right now, but we don't really need a ton. Over here, though, we do have a puft in the wild. And I'm sure there's probably some more hiding in here somewhere, but this is where I want to build my little puft ranch over here. If we can... Oh, there's another puff there. If we can figure out what to do with all this polluted water. I'm thinking if I can get the polluted water to pool down at the bottom here, I would like to make use of it, because we do need some polluted water. So we're going to use... what have I got copper-wise? Not much. Wolframite. I don't want wolframite. Iron. There we go. We'll make some iron tile in here. I don't really need to do a ton of this, actually. I just need to make sure that I don't have a situation that's going to spill out here, but I'm going to get our... What is going on? Why did that insta-build? I was in debug mode in a different game. Hold on, let me get out of here. I was in debug mode in a different game to get the screenshot that I needed for the thumbnail that I made, and I think when I left that game and went into this one, it carried over debug. So I'm going to quit out, and we'll restart the game. And then that should get rid of the debug mode so we can make sure that we're not insta-building things, because that's kind of cheating. We don't want to do that. Am I going to do another car mechanic? I will do another car mechanic simulator. I haven't really planned one specifically yet, so I'm not sure when I'm going to do it. I'm still not done with that game. I just... I have so many other games that I'm trying to play right now. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be. Let's try that again. What if you remove the tile where the plastic lands and let it fall into a bigger puddle below? So the one thing I noticed with it depends on the footprint. The plastic kind of falls like right next to the machine. And if you take away too much tile, the machine says that it's not stabilized. It wasn't actually the sandbox, Polani, because that button's been showing for quite a while. The issue was debug mode that I was using to take the screenshot. There we go. All right, so we got to reset this, unfortunately. Slime, set this for 10,000. I want to get a decent amount of slime in there, but I don't want the 8 tons we ended up with in there before, if we can avoid it. It takes too long for it to heat up. What the? How did we get... All right, well, apparently we had some eggs stored in here. What the... Yep, Drecklet eggs, hatchling eggs, sage hatchling eggs. Why do we store all these eggs in here? Come on, Paco eggs. No, pinch of peppernut's fine. No tropical Pacu egg. Balm lily flower, I guess that's okay. All right, so, Durgan, you've got pets in your home. You've got your own Drecko. You've got some floppy fish. I don't know how long they'll flop along there before they turn into meat. Well, I guess we'll find out. You've got your own little hatch. Congratulations. Durgan really does have, like, the luxury accommodations now. Pets and all. Okay, so up here is where I wanted to build. Oh, this should not be an auto build now, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Let's sorted that out. There's a morb down there, too. Is there? I don't think so. No, it was just the floppy fish that I think you were seeing. There's 2 Pacu flopping around there that were loose. I should actually... What I should do is kill these off. Turn them into meat. And we can make use of the meat. They're just going to flop around on the ground there indefinitely anyway. Morb sitting in the chair. I don't see a morb. I'm pretty sure you're just seeing these fish. It's just a fish flopping around. Don't long they'll flop around until they turn to meat. Well, I don't. I mean, they could flop around there for a while. I mean, I guess like it might go until they run out of calories or something. I don't know what the deal is. It doesn't show that they're losing any health. They might just flop around there indefinitely. Should be really weird. Don't forget Hans Polo, the first comfy bed. Oh yeah, we had that. That's what we were gonna do with the plastics. How much of that did we produce? Let's see. Refined metal, liquid, organic, plastic. There we go. 470 kilograms. Ooh, actually, we don't have that much. I really do need to produce more. So I guess I will enable these. Oh wait, these aren't disabled now because I get it. We had to reset the game. Okay, so comfy beds. Hans Polani down here. We're gonna get rid of this bed. Cryptic, what's your favorite gameplay? I would say probably Oxygen Not Included. I spend more time with this than I do pretty much any other game. What if it's possible to build an automatic morb production system? Yeah, morbs are really easy actually. You just fill up some outhouses and don't clean them, and just let them sit, and the morbs will start to pop out. I don't know how long it takes, but that's the easiest way to get morbs. All right, lots of cleaning to do in here. We're not going to be worried about the environment in this space, at least, because it's going to be a gerby mess anyway. Instead, what we'll do is try to just create some sort of a control system for getting in and out that will prevent too much contamination. All the space in here. I'm going to build at the bottom here. Try to build a little cage here that we can use to catch the water in. And we'll just plan to build this ladder straight up, I guess. We'll hollow out like a big section in here, and then what I want to have is like this tall column that the puffs can fly up and down in. So they'll fly down to get the stinky air, and they'll fly up to poop out the slime, and then we'll have the slime get caught, and then we can have a collector system in here to collect up the slime, ship it off somewhere where we can package it, and then later our duplicates can retrieve it. So I think we had a storage room here somewhere for slime. This room here. If we could send the slime off to this room, maybe, and then just have our duplicates retrieve the slime from here to take it down here to feed into the garden, I think that would be okay. Mostly okay, anyway. Hi, Angel Darkness. What's my favorite part of Oxygen Not Included? I think it's just the fact that the game it can be played in so many different ways. There's not one right way to do everything. You get the opportunity to kind of control and manage a lot of different things. There's a good degree of complexity they've added into the game, so you can be a little bit creative too, and build things a little differently. No two colonies you see are going to look the same unless they, for some reason, copied some exact map work or whatever. So that little bit of flexibility and the creative aspects of trying to do things that, even like the things you don't have to. Like, you don't need a Dreco farm. You don't need a hatch farm. Those are just kind of neat things to do that the game gives you the capability to do now. When your laptop's something about a crap top, do your best for your channel on your crap top. You still make a lot of views. Well, I mean, I started off with a horrible potato of a computer too, and then over time I kind of upgraded a bit. The one I have is still not super powerful or anything. It's significantly better than what I did have. Okay, let's switch this off now. Because we want to close that door. I'm going to dump the slime that's in here on the ground. 10 tons of it. Oh my gosh, 10 tons of it. That's going to take forever to heat up. I forgot our gas pump broke. 124 degrees. What's the temperature here? 284 or something like that. It's hot in here. I don't know if it's going to be hot enough to deal with this slime or not, but we'll find out soon enough. Hey, Angel, I've been good, thanks. How are you? You have the biggest apartment thanks to your hot tub. Yep, technically you do. Well, no, actually, technically Durgan does because she's got a 2-floor apartment. This is her whole thing here. But you do have this fancy hot tub up here that Durgan doesn't have. Mind you, she has pets. She's got, like, the only house in the neighborhood that has pets. Oh, that's interesting. They're not going out the door now. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Still nobody's killing these little paku down here. Just wish you dug right first. Everything you needed was to the right. Oh, that figures. That figures. I need dirt really badly. Did they hit that switch yet? Yeah, okay. So they hit the switch. The door's locked. We can drop this on the ground. This slime is going to take a really long time to heat up, unfortunately, because it's a big chunk of it. 10 tons of it. It's 88.6 degrees. I'm not sure what temperature it has to get to turn it into dirt. I guess we're going to find out. It was just on screen above the volcano? Where? Obsidian. You're saying there's more? This is all granite. I missed what you were saying. Were you saying there was dirt there somewhere? When did I first get into Oni? It was probably about a year ago, I would think. Something like that, anyway. I started off just playing it. They've done a lot of changes to the game over time, which is really cool. It's kind of the neat part of playing a game that's still in development. There's lots of updates, which keeps it kind of fresh. There's supposed to be another update in like 2 weeks, so I'm hoping that this coming Thursday's stream for the Rhymes with Play stream on Thursday, I'm really hoping we'll have some information about the next update. That'd be really good. Overheat damage. What's taking overheat damage? This thing's already broken. How much overheat damage can it take? Maybe it's the wires now. No good. Oh, you were talking about Joe's Shrine. Yeah, this is Joe's Shrine here. The plants are a little stifled. But, I mean, nobody takes care of plants in graveyards all that well anyway, right? Yeah, in theory. Alright, so they're digging over here now, so that's good. All the water that's up here we're going to try and collect down in this bottom basin. There's just a bunch of little pockets of it. Not huge amounts, but should be enough to get something. Just add water for the fishy. No, I want to get meat out of them, but they're just not high priority for them to get it, I guess. How are we doing coal-wise? Consumable ore. 2,478 kilograms. It won't last forever, but it'll last a little bit at least. You need a baby hatch to disturb the neighbors. Spiffy. Where am I going to put a baby hatch? This will present a problem, actually. I don't think we have any baby hatches. Like, half of these guys died off. They hit their lifespan and they died. So there's only like 3 of these little jade ones left. In here, do we have eggs? Drecklet eggs, hatchling eggs. What incubation level is this thing at? 46%. So we might get another one soon. So if you get one of those going, then maybe we will. But this door here, it's set up specifically for Nelly Nee, Durgan, and Hans Polo, so that's fine. Your door I'll need to open up. Actually, you're your own rancher. You can drop that off yourself. That's sweet. So you'll need a critter drop-off, which means I'll have to get rid of some artwork. Oh, you know what? We can put it in here. You can have your own little hatch in your bathroom. You can go swimming in your hot tub. I recommend cleaning up the filter after. Does your perfusion, who does combat, have access to that room? Oh, the person. Nope, they don't. Probably not. I should just have everybody set on combat now. Let's just put everybody on standard for combat. That's why they weren't killing the fish. You were very right. All the little critters are so cute. Yeah, there's some really cute ones, yeah. Definitely. Look at them sleeping. Aww. He sleeps on his back. It's gonna poop coal in the bed. That's okay. It's a renewable resource. There's meat down here. That's handy. Make sure this thing's set up for meat. Cooking ingredients. Is meat a cooking ingredient, or is it just a food source? Come on. Oh, come on. Scroll down. There we go. Meat. Okay, good. So we do have meat set up in there, so hopefully they'll go pick that up. Might make a Durgan kill her own fish. Maybe. It wasn't really your own fish, though. They just sort of, like, hatched there because they stuck the eggs in that little storage container. This egg here, unfortunately, when it hatches, is going to die off because it's not in a warm enough environment. It may not even hatch for all I know. This dude's like Santa. Got poop coal on your bed, just like Santa. Man, I really don't want to see Santa delivering any presents that way. Come here, little boy. I've got a surprise for your stocking. Air is not fantastic right now. Really good quality in here, but over here, not so great. The CO2 is not exactly a high concentration, though, so I think we might have hit that threshold point with the number of duplicates we have, where they're consuming air at a rate that's slightly higher than what we're producing it. They're staying oxygenated well enough over here, but it's just not pressing the other gases down. Same thing in the kitchen space. They're going to be hanging out in some CO2 there. Which means at some point soon, we're probably going to need to build yet another oxygen chamber to supply more oxygen to the colony. Good times. Can you name pets on this update? No, you cannot. I kind of hope they do add that, but it's not something you can do currently. I wonder if Spiffy will build this thing. I don't know if he will. Let's open up the door here and let everybody in. Someone's going to take a shower. That's not Spiffy. Sovereign Prax is borrowing the shower, Spiffy. Sorry. So make sure the doors are open so they can do the delivery in there, because I'm not sure whether our rancher will do that on their own. Why are they all idle? The suits must be out of commission. Nope. 2 of them are available. What's going on here? Oh, I see what's happening. They have to, the trouble with the trouble with this thing is you actually have to have somebody manually work it, which isn't kind of ideal. How are we doing plastics wise now? We've got 1,250 kilograms. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll build that fancy bed. Furniture, comfy bed. I think we can do one for Durgan here too. We should have enough plastic for this. Have I seen or do I plan on seeing Solo? I do plan on seeing it, but no, I haven't seen it. You're forgetting to make a bed. Actually, I already started making it. Stream delay. It's got 30 to 45 seconds, I think. I don't know how to get regular copper out of a copper volcano. You're getting lots of refined copper. I don't think you can. It comes out as refined copper because it starts as liquid copper, and when it solidifies, you end up with refined. I don't think there's an option to get regular copper from it. These beds take up so much space. Remember, like, your soul's germ-free. I'll try to keep them bleached for you. All right, comfy bed city. Look at that. Oh, Durgan's sleeping on the comfy bed. Sorry, Polani. Durgan stole your bed. We'll fix it soon. We gotta wait till the other beds are fixed, and then we can assign the people to them. Yeah, now I got a fancy bed and the CO2 storage. Isn't that right? The plan was to put slicksters in here to suck up the CO2, but we had some issues trying to trap them because it was too hot down here. It just melts the trap. Kind of, ooh, wait a minute. This guy's tucked in a little pocket here now. The trouble is if I dig into this opening, the crude oil that's around it, I have a feeling will just bubble out. I want to get that slickster out of there. Trap them so we can bring them up topside. Oh, how are we going to do that? New sponsor. Welcome, Tommy Chris. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. I really appreciate the support. Enjoy the emojis. All right. This slickster, I think if we build a little box around here, maybe we can get them out this way. Really worried that if I dig in here, it's all going to come flooding out on me. I don't like that. And that's actually way down there, too. I might not be able to get to that just yet. But I want that slickster, ultimately. If I could put... Actually, let me see if I can build a tile right under the slickster. If we can put a mesh tile right here... Then... I probably should make that out of something that's not going to melt. No, we don't really have tons of options here. Alright, we'll make it out of gold, see how that handles it. So I'll try putting a tile right there and see if this slickster will just sit on top of the tile. And then I might be able to put a trap on top of it, but I think the trap takes up 2 tile spaces. Oh, it does. That's not going to work. Well, drat. It'll take them forever to pump all this oil out of here, so I don't know what I'm going to do about the CO2 up here just yet. I have to figure that out. Just pump the CO2 to the slickster. Yeah, the slickster's already, like, he's, like, under the oil, though. Like, we could send the CO2 over here where we have our scrubber. But our scrubber... that's working. It must just be... No, it's got a mix of carbon dioxide and chlorine down here, so it's kind of not awesome right now. It's also kind of on the warm side. We don't have a cooling mechanism running right now. Ooh, and we're running out of fresh water, too. I think water might become a bit of a problem in this stream before we get a chance to even get the puft farm built. Chikarum, $2 super chat. Dig into and show Yeehaw like it's a Texas oil man. Yeehaw! It's gonna flood this whole lower compartment with oil. I gotta see if I can even get down there. Hold on. They'll have exosuits, so that won't be a problem at least. I can dig through all this stuff. I don't want them to dig too much though, because I just want to get them down there. All right, we'll see how that see how they build that out. They're sure taking their sweet time though. Oh, what's going on here? No O2. Because we're out of algae. So we need to find a pocket of algae so we can restock that thing, too. I think there was one... Oh, here's the neutronium wall. So we found the far left side of the colony here. Where was that big pocket of algae? Oh, yeah, down here. In the oil zone. Perfect. Alright. If we build a ladder down here... then we can start to harvest some of this stuff. There's coal down here, too, actually, which come in handy. So this isn't the worst thing in the world to have to do. I'm going to set priority 7 on this stuff, because I want them to do this part quickly. This, unfortunately, is going to need to be dug up there. I don't think we can even build a ladder here until they... No. Until they dig that up, I can't even build a ladder there. That sucks. You never seen anyone convert an ice biome. You think Fox would be the first one to see do it? Oh, you mean like convert it into liquid? I mean, we'll see. This is a pretty big ice biome. I don't think we're gonna have. I don't think we'll have the time or the ability to be able to convert that much cold. There's a fair amount of it that is melting, but it's not. You know, it's not crazy amounts. Is this paused? Oh, it was paused. Imagine that. They're not moving too quick when it's paused. Oh, what do we got here? Our slime is sitting at 94.2 degrees. 400 kilograms of sandstone. Does that sandstone count going up? Was that 200 kilograms before? Are we actually converting slime into sandstone? If so, that really stinks. Atomic Crest, $2 super chat. How far will the colony get before next update? That's a really good question. I don't know. If they do an update stream this coming Thursday from Clay, then we might have access to the new stream or the new content in the beta branch, like effective Thursday, if they do that. I don't know if they're supposed to or not. 660 kilograms. Man, it took a lot of kilograms of plastic to make that bed. We kind of need these guys to have their beds back. I'm kind of the point where I'm prioritizing so many things to try to get them to hurry up for the sake of the stream that they're not doing half of what I want them to anymore. They're too busy chasing after all the random things I'm telling them to do. What are we cooking in here? Frost buns. Alright, we can make gristleberries now, I think. Oops, no. Do we not have gristleberries? I thought we did. Alright, scratch that. Fried mushrooms? There we go. We can make fried mushrooms. You wonder what each of the duplicants' music tasted like. I wonder if they've even heard music before. I mean, they're being printed out of a machine. Maybe the volcano's dormant now? No, the volcano should be active for 100 cycles. It just came active like cycle 212, I think. So the next dormancy is another 29 cycles. So it's going to be a while before this thing quiets down. It's hard to believe it's our... it seems like it was just yesterday that we did the stream where we sent Joe to his ultimate demise as the volcano activated, and now we're almost through a 100 cycle run on the volcano. That's crazy. Seems just wacky to me. Polani, $2 super chat. How psyched are you for the update / ditch this base? Excited? I don't know. I mean, we've been doing a really good job of building out this base, and we've got the opportunity to do a lot more than what I would normally do, because I have a tendency to start new colonies so frequently. So it's kind of neat that we've gotten all this cool new stuff built. I am looking forward to seeing what's in the next update, though, because I'm a chronic colony restarter, so I am looking forward to doing that. But I don't know that I would say necessarily excited. I kind of want these guys to get a little more progress before we get to that point. Does anybody know how to water sleetweed effectively? It's really hard. You need to use, like... The hard part is, I mean, it has to be cold water, right? And you need to get it into the cold biome. So I haven't really toyed around with it. Normally I just let it grow wild and I just sort of harvest it on its own. So you can see there's all kinds of sleetweed seeds laying around here. It's easier just to leave it alone and let it grow wild. It's slower, but it doesn't require any management on your part. This thing's producing plastic like crazy. 870 kilograms again. Oh, we got a second bed built. That's good. Priority 8 this one. Okay, so this one needs to be assigned to Durgan. Assigned. This one needs to be assigned to Hans Polo. There you go. You have your beds back. Oh, and CrypticFox likes our base design. Well, it's neat that, I mean, we got this fancy special accommodations for some of the duplicates, and we got a chance to do a couple of the different ranching things, which is neat. Like the idea of conveyor belts, but usually in crisis management mode before you get that far. Yeah, there is that. Is the heat from the volcano supposed to leak out? Well, I have it kind of insulated so that it's largely contained. Some of it's coming through this doorway, unfortunately, because I have my airlock here. You know what I should do is lock this. Basically, the only reason I had this sealed is because I didn't want the duplicates going in and picking up the slime that's here. So if we lock this outside door, then I can open the middle one. That'll create a vacuum, which will create an insulation layer, and then we won't have heat sort of seeping out the doors anymore. There's not too much creeping out through the insulation, though. It seems to be doing okay. There we go. Now we can hit this. Said that thing prior to 9, so anytime I tell them to switch it, I want them to go do it right away. There we go. Alright, now if we check our temperature, you can see now there's a cold buffer in between here. This door is still hot, unfortunately. I let it heat up kind of a bit. But you can see the temperature's already starting to come down, where this door is continuing to get hotter. The space in the middle is staying at a steady 102.3 degrees. It's the airlock that's sitting there, but it's open. There's a vacuum, so it is going to let stuff around it cool down now, at least. But yeah, things did get a little bit spicy there. Slime is now at 97.3 degrees. There's a really large amount of mass there, so I don't know how long that's going to take to heat, though. We shall see. Whose bedroom was this one? I don't remember. Who doesn't have a bed assigned? Oh, Nelly D. Okay, and the top one is Spiffy. Priority 8. There we go. Making plastics, even in a game, is concerning. Well, we'll call it like biodegradable plastics. It's alien space plastic that's biodegradable. That's what it is, or something. Okay, let's. Actually, no, they already have access to that. This one should be Nelly D has access to this one. There we go. There we go. And this one should be Spiffy. And Hans Polani, apparently. Because Hans is supposed to be able to use the hot tub. But we can't change that door around yet, though. Because we still need them to do this. They haven't built the critter drop-off just yet. Not that we're in a big rush, because the little baby hatching egg here hasn't hatched out. It's only at 68%. Still more to go. Nellie's a mermaid living in Spiffy's hot tub. Hey, Lucas. Welcome. Germ overlay check. Everything's fine within the core part of the colony. Things are a little germy over here, but that's just because of the whole toilet system. And then all kinds of nasty germs and stuff over here, so good times there. We had germs in the bottom part of the colony. This water seal has helped kind of contain a lot of those. We still have some floating around here, but they're pretty low quantity. It's not really a concern. We do have surface germs on this stuff that needs to get cleaned off, though. So for the most part, germs are well contained. Got permission from Spiffy Pictures to have access to the hot tub. I don't know, Spiffy, is this true? Does he have all access pass to the hot tub? Is that what's going on there? I mean, the reality is if you go in the hot tub, you're just getting a debuff that raises your stress. It's not quite the relaxing thing it's meant to be on Earth. Thing's just churning out the plastic. What are we up to now? 1,290 kilograms again. Nice. Even though we have all 4 beds made. Okay, we need 2 more of these fancy beds. Snoops, you gotta get up. I can't destroy your bed if you're on it. There we go. You can direct Snoops, and this one is Elf of King. We'll deconstruct that one too. There we go. All right, luxury accommodations for some of these duplicants now. Even more luxury than they were before, because now they have those big fancy comfy beds. How do you have so much food? It's one of your bigger problems. Actually, my food's on the downswing. We had over 400,000 kilocalories. But then we ran out of dirt. And as you can see, all these mealwood plants are not growing because of the lack of dirt. So our food's really on a serious downturn right now. But basically, I just planted a lot of food. I didn't have a ton of duplicants initially. We had, I think we built up to 8 of them or so, and then we stopped. And then over time, we were really stocking up on the food because they were producing way more than they were consuming. We had over 400,000, and then we started running into some issues with plant stifling because of heat and gases and things. And then we ran out of dirt, so the plants aren't being fertilized, and you know it's just been it's been a little messy. Ooh, that oxygen is getting worse. Oh no, Bolani's whole bedroom is submerged in carbon dioxide. Did they dig this up yet? Okay, good. We can build this ladder now. I think we're going to have to set this priority 8 and get this algae quickly, because I'm going to need to borrow some of the oxygen. Actually, some of the algae, we can make a terrarium or something to try to control some of the CO2 that's on that other side of the base. But let's set priority 8 on this. I want them to hurry up and get this done. Hate using all this priority, but we got to do what we got to do. Polani, $2 to change Spiffy's name to Spilly. What? Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know if I can change his name on him. That's not fair. Why are they in there? Somebody build this. If you're going to stand around, you could at the very least try to build things. I mean, seriously, it's right there. They could just go and build, but they're not. What do we got going on job-wise? Maybe they are bored. We don't need senior architects anymore. They're already maxed out. What do we have? 9 people on this. Do we have Aaron and Snoops on here? Nope, we don't. Perfect. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of duplicates in here. Aaron and Snoops. Okay, you can both learn the gopher skill. See if we'll actually go and bring some stuff now. Did I catch the slicksters yet? No, I didn't. There was the one that's down here. It was trapped in the oil. We gotta find a way to get him out of there, though. So I have, like, this over here. But my first priority is trying to get some oxygen flow, because if our colony dies off while I'm trying to get the slicksters, it's not going to be terribly productive. So we're going to try to get them to build this stuff over here. Don't forget to build lights around your terrariums to increase their efficiency. Yep. Ooh, oh, we have oxygen. What do we have here? No power. Well, doesn't that just stink? All right, so they can't run the suits because they don't have any power, which means they can't go down there to get where the algae is, and there's also all kinds of coal down there that they're not getting because it's all tucked away. Is there some? There should be coal in here somewhere. Yeah, there's some right there. Okay, so I can actually send them up here. Get them digging this space out. Now I guess the coal we need to increase our power supply, so when they go down bottom to get the algae, they can get the coal there. And actually, there's a bunch of coal up here, too, they can snag. Alright, so they get all that dug up. We'll have a good supply of coal again. That'll get us repowered for electricity. More jobs mastered. Kev has mastered Exosuit Engineer. What can we make Kev do now? Let's see. We don't need research assistant. Groundskeeping, tidying. All right, Kev, you can do this. Congratulations. You went from being an engineer to a groundskeeper. We'll call it like it was like a stress-reducing... the wrenches are fine. It was like a stress-reducing job change, we'll say. It's kind of like early retirement. We're getting $5 super chat. You could say that Hans Polo is encased in carbonite dioxide. Ba-dum-bum. Who's suffocating and why? Oh. All right. Let's dig this out, please, as a matter of priority. You guys have got to get down. Where's my red alert button? There it is. Take your way out. There we go. Now get out of there. That stinks. We just interrupted everybody's sleep, unfortunately. I don't have a farmer. Well, we have some ranchers that have gone through farming, so... Oh, I don't have a seasoned farmer. You're right. Maybe can we move up into that position? I mean, it's maxed out. All right, we have a maxed out plumber. Hans Polani's maxed out too, so we can send both of them to farming, I guess. Hans Polani and Andrew. Okay, you guys can start working on the farming tree. We'll move you up into the seasoned farmer positions so you can actually learn some seasoned crop growing stuff. Hopefully boost our food supply too. What's your Hogsworth house? You're a Hufflepuff. When I did the test online, I came up as Gryffindor. When you thought this live stream was going to be about puffs? I know, right? I did say there's going to be a bunch of maintenance stuff I have to do, unfortunately. Oh, look, the little puft hatched. Or the Slickster, rather. We have the little Molten Slickster now. Apparently he's happy, even though he's not in the ideal temperature. With any luck, it'll consume some of the CO2, but I don't know if it's going to consume enough relative to what they're producing. One little Slickster doesn't really cut it. Aw, you gobbled some up. Now you got to poop out the oil, buddy. No? Bueller? Actually, they poop. I think the molten ones poop out petroleum. Of course, Fox is the Gryffindor. Well, there's only 4 choices, right? Like, it can only be one of 4 things. Oh, look, there's another Molten Slickster egg. And another one. Holy. Just go snag those things. You know what? I've been trying to get the Slickster over here. I wonder if I should just drill down right here where there's no oil. Everything's super hot here. But if I can dig up into this space in the abyssalite, I might be able to trap them by using the abyssalite to keep the trap from melting. I'll have to see. Holy cow, it's Burns 8D. Burns 8D. You tested Slytherin and you cried every time you're dream crushing another Gryffindor. I don't think it's exactly a scientific test, but job's mastered already. Man, you guys are learning your jobs too quickly now. Let's see. Harpreet's a seasoned miner. So get him out of there. Make him an architect now. Yeah, there we go. Work on building skills. Now you can dig real good. Choo choo chewy. Now you can dig real well. Now you just have to worry about building stuff. This little puff is making, or this little Slickster is making funky noises. Idle Wild happy, inhaling, tiny baby. I wonder why he's happy. He's not hot enough. Oh, he pooped out petroleum. Our very first amount of petroleum, 362 grams of it. One of those rare occasions you're proud of them making a mess on the floor. Good job, little guy. All right, what are we doing for... Where's my organic? Algae. All right, we have a little bit of algae now. I'm going to build... No, I don't have room for it. Okay. We're going to need to build a little oxygen setup down here. Let's throw a mesh towel here. Actually, you know what? I don't want the oxygen to be down here. I want the CO2 to sit down there. So let's throw an algae terrarium in here. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it sleeping. It's even got one little baby tooth. That's cute. All right, I'll put the algae terrarium like right here. Oh, and actually, this hatch isn't being fed, and it's fully grown now. So when this algae terrarium produces the polluted bottles of polluted water, the little hatch should eat them, and that'll give them some food. It's boiling hot liquid. Where, the oil down here, you mean? It is pretty warm. 84 degrees here. 103 down here. Oh, good, they dug this out. Nice. Okay, let's dig some more. Just dig a whole bunch of it here. Get coal and everything. Alright, good. That'll give us a decent supply of algae for a little bit, and when we need it, there's another pocket like right here. So that's good. How's our oxygen overlay? Not great. I'm going to turn this on for a short little bit. We'll use a little bit of algae here. That'll boost our oxygen, which will press the gases down, which should stop our plants from stifling. It'll buy us a little more time until I want to get to the point where I can build another oxygen chamber to continue to produce more oxygen. But I have to be careful of water because this is going down fast, like super fast. And this ice is not staying in here either. Well, so much of our liquefiable ice. Can I put it in here? Sweep only ice and snow. Okay, so if I tell them to sweep this, they should put it in that lower container. That'll give us another little bit of boost of water, but nothing great. I'm surprised these guys grew their scales back. I don't think I rebagged these ones. This one's still trapped here. For some reason. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. He's no longer a Drecklet. We bagged it as a Drecklet, and then it grew into a Drecko inside the bag, and they didn't empty it. Good times. What's the temp of the petroleum poop? That's a good question. It is stupid hot. Oh my gosh, that's a problem. We don't want that around our colony. That's bad. I did not pay attention to the temperatures there. Okay. Let's convert this to insulation at least. I mean, it's sitting in a pocket of abyssalite, so like the heat that's in here should stay largely contained. The trouble is it's going to come up through this doorway. That petroleum is a unique problem I did not anticipate. How's the decor doing? We have good decor overall, actually. Except for this little room. We should probably put a painting above there. This stairwell's not doing so great either. I guess I should put something in there too. I mean, they're not spending a lot of time on the stairway, but I can't even build that there. There's statues out here, I guess. Like so. In here we can do a painting. Oops, furniture. Let's do a blank canvas right here. This could be set for where are we here? Bagged hatchling. So if we get a hatchling that pops out, then we can bag it and carry it off there. You'll have your own little pet. There's a party in a room. You should check it out. Doors might be locked. No, they weren't, but they should be now. Alright, there you go. Doors are all set up again. Actually, I want people to have the ability to go out, just not in. Just in case somebody happens to be in there. I mean, I can see that they're not, but... safety and all that. Okay, we have all the algae dug up. That's good. If we can get them... let's cancel this ladder build in here. I'm not gonna bother with the Drecko that's, or the Slickster that's stuck in that little pocket there. Instead, we'll just go straight to the source. We'll go down here and get these ones. At the same time, we can pick up the eggs while we're down here. That'll be handy. It's also gonna cause a little bit of melting. Hate when work interrupts your stream watching. I know, right? So frustrating. Did you know the Slicksters will make you toast? They don't use butter. They don't use cheese. They don't use jelly or any other. They use Vaseline. Ew. So gross. Oh my god, you finally caught someone playing this live. I spent the last week watching old episodes of this. Hi, Pilot. Welcome. We have a problem. This heat down here is going to be a real issue. Let's heat things up good. That's some seriously hot feces. I did not plan for that. And more is the fool me. Alright, we might need to relocate this whole pet situation. Maybe if I put it down here, the heat won't be as much of an issue. It's definitely a frustration, though. Oh, they sound so cute. Alright, if I can dig out this space here... Then we can store our little slicksters in this area. We'll turn this into a ranch instead. Try to keep them bottled up in this lower space. And then hopefully we won't have to worry about him getting out. You can do all this fancy, super high temperature peeing down here and try to keep it all contained, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. We'll just try and keep an eye on the temperature for now. I don't really want to spend a lot of time mucking around with that. I really want to get to focusing on doing some puft work. So these guys out here are really the ones I want. This is the stuff I really want to get building. So we start to get this hollowed out. We are going to need this polluted water, too, because I'm desperate for fresh water soon. This has stuff in it? Nope, nothing stored. Okay, it already melted. Let's turn this off of sweep only. Hopefully we'll gather some more and stick it in there. Make a petroleum tank in a cold biome and drain it there. Maybe. I want the heat, maybe. See, these little guys like really warm temperatures. So if we can actually just have the petroleum hot in here, we kind of get the best of both worlds. The tricky part will just be getting the CO2 to go in there without letting all the heat out. Not too large for rants from room boost. Yeah, well this one here, this is a pretty big space right now, right? So if we look at the room here, this little square is 43 tiles. It'll be max 96. We probably won't be able to do this whole space with it. But I'm thinking I might have to convert this whole lower area here into the ranch and turn this one into like put a door in here somewhere. And then try to do what I can to mitigate the movement of the heat. Need to dig 2 spots on the way down to Slicksters by brain mushing machine. Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is that, so if they come all the way down here, I can have them dig across this way. And then if I have them dig up into this space, I should be able to trap the Slicksters in here, because this stuff is only 63 degrees, so it shouldn't be hot enough to melt the plastic, I don't think. The melting temperature on the plastic is 76.9 degrees, so theoretically we should be able to have a little pocket there that it should be cool enough, if we move quickly anyway, to trap a Slickster without it melting the plastic. Ranch is like max 96. Is Vaseline toast better than Vegemite? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've never tried Vegemite, but I'm not sure. Top of the ladder. Oh, I gotta dig it out. But they haven't even gotten to the point of building the ladder down here yet anyway. So not too big of a loss there. Andrew's allowed your hot tub. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Where's Andrew? There you go. Alright, Andrew can go in now. He quickly went in the shower instead of the hot tub, but he's got his priorities figured out. How's the slime next to the copper volcano doing? Good question. It's probably not hot enough yet. It's really slow heating because there's like... Oh, look at that. We have dirt. Almost 10 tons of dirt right there. That is sweet. Let's open this. I'm impressed that converted that quickly, actually. I thought it was going to take longer. It's really hot in here, though. This is going to be a problem. Let's dig this up. We'll have dirt again, which is fantastic. I should set... Actually, let's set high priority on this. I don't want it to cook for too long in there. There's so much liquid phosphorus in here. It's crazy. This thing produces more liquid phosphorus than it does actually... copper. I mean, there's a lot of copper here. Don't get me wrong. There are tons of refined copper now, but... Okay, I want them to sweep this now at a priority 8. Let's get that dirt back. Get our plants growing again. Was that dirt slime originally? It was, yeah. So we heated it up enough sitting it next to the volcano that it converted from 10 tons of slime into 9.8 tons of dirt. So a pretty huge conversion there. That gives us a decent amount. I mean, you could do something similar, like, so in here we have like this metal plate that's 234 degrees. You could do something similar in here if you could actually put the dirt on top of, or the slime on top of here. The metal tile would heat it up and cook it off, which is good, but we had a metal tile sitting here at 300 degrees, which did a nice job, sitting next to the volcano. This liquid phosphorus is a really nice heat. I'm not sure how long the temperature is going to be maintained down here, but we still might be able to leverage it by dumping some of this nasty water here that's all full of germs. We might be able to dump some of that into here, let the plate heat it up. That should kill off some germs, create some steam, which will actually purify the water. And why do we have all this clean water running around everywhere? What's going on here? Oh, they were carrying ice again. That's what it is. Yeah, we don't want the dirt to turn into sand. We want to get it out of there before it cooks down too much farther. I think somebody used your shower because of some previous thing they asked share room, previous room owners. Oh, you think so? Hold on. There's Snoops. Oh yeah, Lauren Marie still has that access. I don't remember whose room that was before. Was that Durgan's room in there? I think it was, right? So we'll take Lauren Marie out of there. We'll give her access here so that Lauren can use Durgan's shower still. It's getting hard to keep track of all this. It's like musical chairs. You guys need to set up your own landlord system. Why don't I play Subnautica anymore? I don't know. I just I got away from the game when I was doing other things, and I haven't gotten back to it. Molten Slickster, yep, that's the one right here. He's pooping out this crazy hot petroleum, which is heating up the bedrooms down here, unfortunately. You're free! Time to head home. Nice when work ends, isn't it, Jakaram? Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't see the question. Yeah, this little red guy here is a Molten Slickster. They eat carbon dioxide, and when they eat carbon dioxide, they poop out petroleum. Just kind of a nice power supply. When you can get it. They fixed the lag? Alright. They make the cutest sounds, too. Why are they allowed in your room? You don't know who they are. I don't know. You gave them approval before. Or somebody bought access or something. I don't know. Actually, we have, now that we have proper bathrooms over here, we probably don't even need that anymore. So many people gave super chats early on while we were building the colony. I don't remember all the stuff that went down. How much auction not included do you play a week? I generally play it mostly just on streams now. So, like 4 hours a week, I guess. And then if I do any experimenting, I might spend another hour or two on that. So I'm not spending huge amounts of time on any given week on it anymore. But it is still something I play more than most other games, I guess. How do you get to be a mod? Mostly by getting to know the people, understanding what they're going to be like in the stream, and then I don't know. I haven't added any mods in quite a while. I've been thinking of a couple people that seem to be in the stream all the time that might be a good choice. The phosphorite you forgot to collect sublimated into phosphorus gas, which is a real good insulator to heat those metal tiles, and then said gas condensed. But there's just so much of it. Like, each one of these tiles is 364... It's around 350 to 364 kilograms of liquid phosphorus. I don't know. It might have turned into a gas and then condensed, but I don't know. It just... I mean, the volcano doesn't say it puts any out. But it just seems like... It seems a little weird just, like, of how much of it there is. Maybe it was sitting in big chunks on the floor. I guess when you dig it up, you can't see the volume of it, I guess. And then when you liquefy it, it expands out more, maybe. But, I don't know. Just kind of a funny setup. Who wants them to hit Cycle 500? I don't know if we're going to hit Cycle 500 before the next update. Like I said, there's a chance on Thursday that they'll be discussing the new update, in which case it'll be available in the beta branch, and usually when that happens, I kind of switch over. Oh, there's the baby hatchling there. We need to wrangle this guy. Gal, whatever it is. So we're going to wrangle them. That will send them over to Spiffy's room, and they'll have his own fancy little pet. Oh, you know what? Spiffy, I have to open your doors again. Because we need an artist in here. Otherwise, that artwork's just not going to get finished. Nobody puts Nightbot in a corner. Stick it back in my shower. You don't mind one little person sharing your room. Durgan already has to deal with Popo. Where's Snoops? Okay, hold on. Lord Marie. There you go. It's like work. We keep on top of all this. Man, they're digging this out like really slowly. Much slower than I would have anticipated, actually. Oops. I want to dig over here. Then we're going to need a ladder from here. Oh, they can jump that one tile over. So, ladder from here up to here. They're going to have to drain all this water out, including the fish. We'll send it down to this lower tank. And then we'll have to get some of this water from up here to drain down there also. And then this one. We can only make the puff room so large anyway. I'm not sure how we're going to handle the whole grooming situation with the puffs. The baby hatching's so cute. Yeah, they are. Did he get dropped off yet? No, he hasn't even been wrangled yet. Oh, that's not even the one I was trying to hatch. That's so funny. Oh, no, they laid another egg. Never mind. They're happy enough they're laying eggs regularly, which is nice. Shouldn't you put a feeding station to keep your hatch from dying? Yeah, potentially. What's going on here? We're waiting algae. Let's see. Stations. No, it'll be in food. Critter feeder. We can put it like right here, I guess. I don't know how it does things decor-wise, but you're on a lot of streams, and you am their Nightbot. Except, just don't chat with Nightbot chats. Oh, I see. The hatch's name is Spilly. Spilly the hatch. I wish I could name them. Like when you click on them, I don't think there's any option. No, this one's Glum. Turgan, you're not taking good care of your hatch. It's not happy. It's not getting groomed or anything though, so there's not really a lot we can do there. Just cementing my place with fancy accommodation for a new colony whenever it happens. Munch's Pizza. Turgan with a $10 super chat. Super chat. Thanks so much for the support as always, and for the wacky instructions for our future colony. The lights went out for a sec. Oh yeah, they're on timers, so they go off when the duplicates go to bed, which is counterproductive to their to the decor benefit. But I just sort of said, forget the decor. I just wanted it to look neat. So we have it timed so that when they get up in the morning, the lights go on, and then when they go to bed, the lights go off. Why is the hatch sad? Well, it's not really in a ranch right now, so it's not really being cared for. It's not getting groomed. Is the biggest thing, and then the fact that it's not in a ranch is the next biggest. How's our CO2's not doing well on here? This thing needs an upper priority. They're just not getting to this at all because I have them doing too many other things. Poor little duplicants, or is it the suits? No, the suits are okay. They have power and oxygen, so those are fine. I don't know. You got pepperoni on it? You're not even gonna offer us pepperoni. Hans Polo's the next dupe drop. Oh, because they're sleeping in the carbon dioxide. Is that what you think? I mean, we are gradually converting some of this CO2 into oxygen now, so this should clean up. The one unfortunate thing of doing this is that we're not letting any CO2 filter down here. All right, might make it to the next stream, and you might remember me in the comments. My old name here was No Noobs Ever. Everybody known me as Angry Zaz. I'm honestly terrible with names, so no offense to anybody, but I have a horrible time remembering my own name half the time. They're so busy. So busy, but we have 5 of them that are idle. I need more oxygen suits. Let's deconstruct this. We have an isolated, like a not an isolated, our own like separate specific. I can't think of the word. My gosh, I'm having a horrible brain fart. Anyway, we have our own specific oxygen production here that can feed into our suits, so I might as well make another one, I guess. Let's do another exosuit dock right here. That's going to need to be connected to our power supply. Actually, our power supply is getting a little high on this thing. Sort of in terms of our consumption. All right, and then we'll need one more exosuit from up here. Oh, we already have one made. Oh, sweet. I don't even need to make another one. It's already just sitting on the floor. What's my name again? My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. Maybe consider putting a Weezewort next to the grill to fight off the heat. Yeah, that might be an idea. We had a Weezewort down here before, and I got rid of it for whatever reason. If I can get the oil or the petroleum to kind of sit down here a little farther or drain down, that'd be handy. I wonder if they'll mop that. Do you think they can mop petroleum? Curious to see whether... Oh, it's actually damaging the fridge. It's so hot, it's damaging the fridge. Food level just halved again. Uh-oh. That's not good. These plants are stifled because of body temperature. That's not great. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? What the... Oh, no! Oh! The dirt! It's the dirt! We just took that crazy hot dirt out of the volcano and they just planted it in our garden and it killed all the plants off. I need a storage compactor down here in the cold biome that I can send all our dirt to so that it can cool down. Because anywhere they store that stuff is going to be super hot now. That is so bad. I kind of needed that plant life a little bit. That's wow, I feel really dumb now. Ruh-roh. Shoveled molten dirt into the food. New mistake. Isn't your favorite pastime mopping petroleum? It is. How did you know? All right, let's set this for priority 9. I want this to be only dirt. Organic. No, it's cultivatable soil. Dirt. Okay, so that should make them take the dirt that's anywhere else in the colony in terms of storage containers and things and put it down there. Now, it's not going to stop them from taking it up and feeding it in as this fertilizer, unfortunately. But hopefully we can cool that stuff down a little bit before they take it back to the gardens too much. It's a horrible storage place because it's like way out of the way and they have to use the exosuits to get to it. But it should help with the temperatures a bit. It's coming down quick, actually. End up with some nice frigid soil and we'll have frozen dirt instead. Oh, is that how it's supposed to work? It's supposed to cook the food after it's grown, not before. Ah, I knew I was doing something wrong. I wanted to see if I could make popcorn on the vine. Or on the plant, anyway. Oh, gross. All right, on the plus side, Polani, your bed's actually making its way back into oxygen, so you should be able to sleep in oxygen tonight. Man, that really stunk. Eee. Well, I mean, when they bring the dirt back that's cold and they put it back in the planters, it should even the temperature out again. It's just that really heated things up in here. Look how warm everything got. Sabotage of my own base. So I've got like super hot petroleum right here heating up this side of the living quarters. We brought super hot dirt into this other area. We're just checking off all the boxes. I should probably make more dirt, actually, while I'm at it. Set this back for slime again. Let's see. Organic. Slime. Why is this door open? Should be an auto. Letting more heat out there. We're just going to let heat out everywhere. Determined to overheat the colony in as many ways as possible. Everything's going your way. Good lord. See, this is why we have gardens with all types of plants. That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have dust cap. I have bristle blossom, but the trouble is with like the heat above and below the bristle blossom, this stuff's gonna stifle too, I think. Ugly. Plus we're producing heat out of this thing to get more oxygen. I should actually disable this now. Save the heat. Because this stuff comes in here like 30 degrees. It's taking me for I'm not even gonna get to the point of having the puffs at this rate. We're not gonna have time. Crazy. Let's take down everyone at cycle 300. And let the whole colony die off, you mean? I don't want to do that because I don't know that next I don't know that Thursday is necessarily going to have the next update available. Let's move Magnus up here. Aaron can go up here. So can Snoops. Alright, that's good enough for now. I'm gonna leave my ranches as ranchers because we're trying to do ranching. Funny how that works. Okay, here we want to feed hatchlings. Where'd the hatchling go? Oh no, the hatchling left the apartment. It wasn't trapped in there the same way it was with Durgan. No, it couldn't have. It couldn't have jumped that gap. There's nowhere for it to go. Did it not even get dropped off yet? Oh, it hasn't even wrangled yet. What's going on here? Oh, you know what? This thing here is set for bagged hatches. I gotta turn this off. There we go. Okay, so they grabbed it and actually they dropped it off right there. They didn't drop it off at this point. Nope, there we go. Got the dirt. Oh no, we can no. We drowned our puffs. Well, we won't be farming with that particular puffs. Sad to say. All right, let's get all this dug up here. This, I'm gonna set across here. We're gonna set a mesh tile. I don't want that out of gold though. I don't really have that much of an abundance of gold. Mesh tile. We'll make it out of iron because we have tons of iron. Alright, just going to expand this a little bit so we make sure we have enough room for the water to expand down here. That'll do. Okay, so in this space here, I'm going to wind up setting up a lure that we'll try to use to lure in some puffs. There's only one here, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. But this space I'm going to make into a vertical chamber. I have to be careful of the size because I want to try to make this into a ranch. And then... Oh no, he hatched, and now he's dying. Ugh. Well, didn't that suck? Killed him off, like, instantaneously. Poor little hatch. Man, things are getting hot down there. Hot. Puffs are currently bugged. If they fly down into water, they tend to stay there to make sure you put tiles over your water source. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting mesh tiles here. That'll let the gases up through. But when they poop, the stuff will sit down here, and we can collect it up. We're going to need a door. Actually, we use a mechanical airlock in this one, I guess. I think that little, I think the little puft is sleeping. Or the little slickster, rather. Okay, over here. Okay, I gotta wait till they dig this out a little bit. Got too much on the go. Do this all on priority 7, I guess. Give me all the goods. What have I got my priority set at in general the colony? I need to turn some things down here. Okay, this. Yeah, we can just cancel these. I don't really need to build that. food shortage. Whoa, we're down to 14,000 kilocalories. We're in dire need of food. This can no longer be this. Do we have bristleberries? Nope. What about eggs? Ah, we can make omelets. Feel a little bad about that, but we're gonna make omelets anyway. We're gonna need the food. Nope, there's your little hatch. I don't know if he's gonna cross the water. He might not want to go in. He might be stuck there permanently, which means he can't eat. Your apartment's too crowded. All right. Actually, no. Hold on. Cancel. Let's cancel that. Ooh, Magnus does not look happy. What's your deal, Magnus? Oh, you really had to go to the bathroom. Everything's better after having a good poop. Deconstruct that. I'm gonna need to put down a new critter drop-off in here, which means we're gonna have to destroy this painting. Otherwise, this poor little hatch is gonna be stuck on that one little corner where he can't get any food. Actually, I'll do this instead. We'll deconstruct this and we'll build it right where the hatch is. Aha! Now he can't have food and he just won't go anywhere. Yeah, like a in-place poop production for coal and stuff. It just has to stare across the food dispenser. It's like taunting him. He'll sit over here. Your food will be over here. You can't have it. I got some ice cream, and you can't have none. Everything's better after having a good poop. It's true. Oh, man, we already ran out of omelets. That's terrible. What about frost buns? Make more of that. Give me them there frost buns. We cooked up those eggs fast. That gave us a good, quick boost of kilocalories, at least. So much work to do here. Actually, why are they delivering igneous rock? This should just be sandstone. But we have crazy amounts of sandstone. I might as well use it up. Whoops. Alright, we'll convert it all. Not that they can even build all this, but at least if they dig this stuff out, they could. I want them to do the digging first, but they're going to do the building first. Sean Callahan, $2 super chat. Sorry that I haven't watched your streams. Well, welcome to the stream anyway, Sean. Glad you can make it out. How are the plants doing? They're probably in rough shape right now. Yeah, they're not doing so good. Body temperature's bad. It's hot. We do have dirt stored down here. Storage compactor only has 3,000 kilograms of dirt in it, though. Like, we put a lot of dirt in those places, unfortunately. Let's lock this door. So we have another 3,000 kilograms of slime in here. We're going to convert that into dirt. We'll store that down in the cold area as well. You're doing great. All your backseat drivers are very happy and impressed. Lots of backseat driving. Well, aside from the temperature problems, I mean, this is not good. Like, look at this. It's like starting to look like a rainbow in here. You know what? We have room right here to put another Wheezewort. That'll help cool things down in this lower area. Better still, let's cancel this. We're going to deconstruct this. We'll put a Wheezewort right here, so it will take the gases that are here and cool them and send them up a little bit. You have to go soon. All right, Catherine, thanks for coming out. Those plants are a real problem. The fact that our food got down to this level when we were at over 400,000 kilocalories is really... That's really not so good. Ooh, we sent a whole bunch of slime in here, too. I guess I should have been not turning it all into dirt. Imagine that. Turn this off. Hold on. Yeah, turn that off. This we need to dump the slime on the ground again. That won't take too long. It'll turn back into dirt. Just occurred to me, I'm trying to hollow out this space down here, but our duplicates have to run down into this crazy hot petroleum, so they're probably going to not be feeling too good. Alright, furniture. Flower pot in here. Does a cold air sink? Theoretically, yep. But see, if you look at it in here, it doesn't necessarily always work out that way. in this spot here, unfortunately, we had some insulation in here. Otherwise, this would be in much worse condition. But we were lucky enough that this particular garden that was sandwiched in between the two hot spots didn't heat up too bad. More jobs mastered. These guys are mastering jobs like crazy now. Nope. Let's see. Architect Harpreet can go up to here. Alright, good enough. Could he grow sleet wheat? Seems you have enough cold biome. We should have fertilizer. Yeah, I haven't bothered setting up a garden down here or anything. I've just been letting them get it in the wild. There's a fair amount of it that was just growing down here, so they could go down and just pick it up as it falls on the ground. So there's some there. They've collected up a bunch of it and they cooked it. They were using sleet wheat now to cook food in the little kitchen area. So if I can find it here. I have this set up to make frost buns, so they're busy making those just now. I might even make pepper bread. It's 4,000 kilocalories. Can we make that? Ooh, we can. We got pepper nuts, and we got sleet wheat grains, so we can make a whole bunch of pepper bread. Well, actually, not that much. It's gonna only make like 6 of them. But that's a fair amount of kilocalories, actually, and it's superb quality, so they'll be all super happy when they make it. Huzzah! Actually, what did frost buns produce? They got pepper bread there already. That was fast. Frost buns are 3 grains, 1,200. So for the sake of 10 grains, say 3 times that amount, 3,000, 3,600. So actually, we're kind of netting a gain there. We can't really use the pinch of pepper nuts for much else. Because I'm not ready to make barbecue with it. We don't have a bunch of meat. So there's that at least. Everybody gonna die from no food. No, we're all right. We're sort of treading water on the food right now. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it could be. We need more ladders. And we need a ladder over here. Just gonna make a door here too, I think. Turn this into tile. All this nice polluted water that's sitting down here is actually gonna be kind of handy. It's gonna make all kinds of stinky air, which will help feed these guys when I get them lured in here. It'll be good. There's only one that I could lure, though. Oh, wait, there's a second one. This one's a puff prince. So we'll have to dig our way over there so we can get him released, too. Once we get the lure set up, anyway, we'll dig him out. All these luxury sweets, but they're still going to starve. No, they're fine. 44,000 kilocalories and sort of holding steady. Look at making that fancy loaf. Lauren Marie, you're like a whiz in the kitchen there. Stuffed berries. What do those take? Bristleberries and pinch of peppers. So we can make stuffed berries, too. Oh, no, we don't have any kilocalories of it. Never mind. Barbecue? No meat. Which means we can't make pickled meat, naturally. Bristleberry? We only have a little bit of gristle. Well, only a little bit of berries. We need to grow more berries before we can make any fancy things with it. Set this for sub-priority 8. I want them to hurry up and get this done. Get to work, my minions. Do my bidding. CrypticFox, if or when you get to do more tutorial videos for this, you should cover auto-farming and automation of resources. Please and thanks. Yeah, there's a few things I really wanted to tackle, but I've been having a hard time finding the time doing. And that is definitely one of them. Hold on here. Where is our hatch? So what hatch should we want? Pumped hatch. Oh gosh, I don't want all this. Clay might not be bad. We don't have a good use for that. Yeah, so there's a few things that I want to do tutorials videos for. I just haven't carved out the time to tackle them yet. It takes a bunch of setup and a whole lot of editing and stuff to make a tutorial video. As well as a bunch of experimentation, because I want to make sure I'm giving us the as much accurate information as I can, but we'll see. The colony needs a small pinch of pepper farm. I don't disagree. Torionis, thanks again for the super chat. I do have one that I started to build, but I just didn't have polluted water to pump into it, so I never really set it up. Where is the little baby hatch? What's this guy called? Hatchling. Smooth hatch, sage hatch. Oh, hatchling. There we go. And we'll feed him clay also. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, so I actually started to build a spot right up here to make a pinch of pepper farm because it was a nice temperature and everything for it. I didn't have polluted water to pump into it because I didn't tap into any. I probably should go up here and get some. Yeah, but we could use some more pinch pepper nuts. I've just been getting them kind of in the wild for the most part. There's spots down here, for example, that they grow. Actually, if I send a ladder down here, they can collect more of them as they kind of get ready to harvest, I guess. So we got some that are kind of growing here. Little bits of it, anyway. Oh, let's check out this dirt. It's not dirt yet. What is it? Slime is at 85 degrees. It's going to have to get a little hotter than that. It'll get there, though. It'll be another nice pile of dirt right there. They won't build the oil pit because they can't get down to it. It's too deep and no ladders. What do you mean? You mean this here? There's only a two-step drop there. It should be okay. No, I have no Weezewarts. I thought I had more of those. No, we can dig this one up. Actually, let's dig that up into priority 9. I know I'm setting a lot of... Whoops, that's not what I want. I'm setting a lot of things at high priority. I don't like doing that. But I just want them to get it done quickly because we're on stream. Let's set this for priority 9. Also, I'm going to copy the settings here. And set it there. We'll get a Weezeewort down there soon. The oil pit's missing a space of ladders. Which oil pit are you referring to? It's obviously not this oil pit you're talking about, right? Or is it this one down here? It's not that one. Which are you referring to? Are you talking about the oil pit or the petroleum pit? If it's the petroleum, they should be able to climb down. I mean, they dug all this out, and this ladder's been set up the same way for a while now. They could drop down 2 tiles, so that should be okay there, I think. Even the Slickster can go down that. Can critters die in hot petroleum? They can, however, it depends on the critters. So, for example, if you look at the hatch, their ideal temperature range... It's not displaying here right now. Happiness, reproduction, calories. Body temperature 21 degrees. So they want to be... Oh, this isn't telling me. Maybe because it's... No, it is tamed. It should normally give like the range of what their temperature comfort is. If not, we could look in here in critters. So if we look at the hatch, for example, their livable range is between minus 30 degrees and 69.9 degrees. Their comfort's between 9.9 and 20.9. So if it goes higher than this, so this oil down here, for example, 72.9 degrees, it could kill off the hatch because it's outside their livable range. I don't know how quickly it happens. It might be similar to water, where they make it like the crazy drowning effect. Let's take all this out. Cancel the one spot in bottom right so they can get out with it while building. You need to be more specific about bottom right. I don't... Oh, this one here you mean. Yeah. So they... Okay, that'll work. So they can still get up and down through that. My intention actually was to put a ladder in here so that we could get the... Get the little Slickster trap down there so it wouldn't come up top and do its business up here. I wanted to do its business down here. Oh, the Drecko, yeah. I don't know that the Drecko's heat preference might be a little bit different. If we look in here... Come on. Critters... I don't want hatches. How do I back up? I need to go through the food crumb here. Dreckos. Alright, so if we look at the Drecko, they can live in up to 110 degrees Celsius. So this stuff is hot, but it's not too hot for them. They're from a hot biome, though, so it's not that surprising, I guess. The magma slickster just keeping itself alive because it didn't have crazy high minimum heat level. Yeah, well, no, so they eat CO2 and they poop out petroleum, but as it turns out, the petroleum they poop out is super hot. So the room that I was putting it in was actually not really warm enough for it. However, now that it's done its business up here a few times, it actually has enough of this hot petroleum to keep itself in a nice, comfortable position. So it's happy and wild and hungry. It's probably a good thing it's a little bit hungry because it's eating some CO2. This plant the algae terrarium did a nice job of cleaning this up. So we don't have a CO2 problem in the luxury apartment space anymore. This is nicely cleaned up over here. Temperature-wise, things are still a little bit too roasty. Now, here's our problem. Actually, can I empty these? Empty storage. Yes, I can. Good. I don't know if this will... I'm kind of hoping it would let me empty all of them at once, but I think I have to individually empty these, which really stinks. So we can unload all the dirt that's overheating them, and they can take that all back to storage. Because the reality is the plants aren't growing, so it's not using up the dirt, so they don't have to go refill it. So we're never really getting the chance to get rid of it all. Man, there's got to be an easier way to do this. They're just replanting it all. Okay, hold on. What have I got these set at? They're set at 5. I wish they would just take it back down to the storage. I don't want it all in there right now. I might have to break those and rebuild them. So we can get rid of the dirt, restore the temperature to what it should be, and get it all sorted out again. Yeah, the dirt from the storage is too cold, but at least if I bring the cold up into the warm space, it should kind of help even things out. Because the stuff that's down here now is it's at 10.8 degrees. No, actually, the dirt that's in here is still at 121 degrees Celsius, so it's not even cooling it down. Isn't that just great? It's funny, the storage compactor is cold. It's like 10.8 degrees, but the dirt that's in it is not really coming down. 121.1. It's taking forever. What's going on in here? Why is this all bottled up? We got chlorine or something in this space. This whole system here didn't work at all in terms of like the natural gas. It might, if it builds up enough pressure, it might get down low enough to get to the pump, but all this chlorine is in the way. Super frustrating. And actually, we have tons of plastic right now. I don't really need this right now. Let's disable this. Oops, no. Can I not turn that off? There you go, disable building. Good lord. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off. We don't really need any more plastics right now. We have 4,000 kilograms of it, which is already way more than we need. In this space here, if we go in and build a station, we'll build a grooming station here. We'll turn this into a ranch. And then this space that's in here, it's not going to tell me how many tiles it is. It's funny, it doesn't qualify it as a room of any sort. Enclose the space with walls. And, oh, I actually have to use actual walls. I can't just use the natural shape of the ground. Alright. Sub-priority 8 for all this. No, it didn't work at all. Give me my puft farm. And then we're going to need a lure in here too, so I guess I might as well build that right away too. We'll go into food, and here it is. The critter lure can go right in here. Then we got to figure out what to feed it. I think it's phosphorite it might take, of which we have tons. That's all superheated into a liquid right now. Yeah, natural gas can be a real pain in the butt sometimes. Surprised you to go straight to using mushrooms ASAP for food. Isn't its resource cycle easier to manage than other foods? Well, I have mushrooms. I have them down here. So I have a mushroom farm down here. I have bristleberries here. I have tons of mealwood in here. This mealwood was intended to feed the Dreckos, which didn't exactly turn out super awesome. This is not ready to cook anything anymore. Can I make any more frost buns? No. There we go. Make more mushrooms. So it's not that we don't have some food sources. I mean, we've climbed back up to 60,000 kilocalories. It's just that everything's not sitting optimally right now. These are stifling because of fertilization. So we need to get a good supply of that going. Getting the slime from these guys will certainly help. Plus all the slime we're getting out of here in the swamp biome. Take a break, not a beak. Dump their dirt on the ground in the cold. Yeah, I can do that too. The trouble is they're going to try to clean it up right away. Blam! Oh, look at how hot that thing is. See, the trouble is, it's so hot. It's going to take a long time for this to cool down. Even sitting out in the open. The likelihood is they're going to go clean it up. Instead of... Are they sleeping? No. Somebody's going to come down here and clean it up at some point. But we have things set for a high enough priority that hopefully they won't... like other jobs, hopefully nobody will clean this up right away. What's it at now? 120.8. It's really not even changing temperature. There's so much of it there. It's just holding so much heat. Cancel the digging for the polluted water area on the right side. Otherwise, all that water is going to flood. No, it's fine. The airflow tile here will stop any amount of liquid. If they finish this little roof piece in here, then this should turn this into a ranch. We'll have that all set for our fancy little puff ranch. We need to build the lure in here too, though, obviously. Outside of a stable. Oh, because they haven't finished the roof. I was like, wait a minute, isn't that thing supposed to make it a stable? And jackpot. No, it still says outside of a stable. What's the deal? Room size 112 tiles. It's too big. Wouldn't that figure? All right, to get it down to 96 tiles, we need to get rid of a bunch. So I'm gonna have to make it either more narrow and still tall, or shorter. I guess shorter we'll have to do. How many tiles wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles wide. So we'll need to drop this by 3, I guess. So I have to build it in there. That should close it off. We'll get the right room size that way. What's the guys to the left? Nice room, to the nice room. Oh, this one here? This is chlorine gas. So I haven't bothered to uncover it because we don't really need the chlorine. We have another chlorine geyser up here. And then we have a cool steam vent up here that's producing some water. It's like in the 30s. Weird, like purpley hue here. Oh, it's just the division of the two zones. Can you separate it into several storage things? You can set storage amount and each one quite low. Yep, theoretically we could do that too. I've got them so busy doing other things right now though. It's not changing temperature at all. It came down by 0.1. The temperature out here is like only 11 degrees though. It might help if we actually put it down here in a like a polluted water space, now that I think of it. If we build it underwater here and then dump it, the water is cold and it's got a better heat capacity, so it might be able to leach the heat out of the dirt faster. Remember when he had like 400k kilocalories? I hope nobody starves in the near future. Yeah, I had a ton of food. We just sort of burned through it. They'll be fine. Everyone will bounce back. It's funny this one mealwood is growing, though. The rest of it, not so much. But this one, it's good. It's not even that hot. It's only a little too warm, actually. No seed available. They never did dig this thing up. I even set that at a priority 9. Could they not reach it right now? No, they should be able to reach it. I don't know. Weird. Can you show me how to make a hydrogen gas generator? Yeah, so I have 2 of them running, actually. So I have this one down here. So let me look at the liquid overlay first. Okay, so we're pumping water into the electrolyzer. It's clean water, of course. The electrolyzer produces hydrogen and oxygen. And it does it in a particular mix. So it's producing 888 grams per second of oxygen and 112 grams per second of hydrogen. That's pumping into this little space here. The hydrogen and, well, any gases in the game can't occupy the same tile at the same place, or at the same time. Hydrogen always wants to rise to the top. Oxygen filters in somewhere below that. So by giving it only a 1 tile gap at the top here for the hydrogen to pass through, as long as there's a hydrogen bit sitting in this little tile here, the oxygen is not allowed to move up into that space, so they can't mix. So what happens is the hydrogen settles up to the top here. It shifts into this area where the pump is. And because this was all a vacuum initially, I was able to pump the hydrogen down into it. So we have this whole space is all hydrogen. It just naturally separates without spending any energy. The oxygen goes down through the grate at the bottom and settles into the lower portion of the chamber. I'm pumping the hydrogen out of here when this atmo sensor gets to 750 grams. It will pump it out here to our hydrogen power generator, and I have a couple of batteries to take on the extra power for us. And then this lower pump pumps the oxygen steadily into the other area where we're using for the living quarters. In terms of the power grid, this is managing its own separate power supply. There's no input needed here anymore. You'd give it an initial prime with the manual generators to get it started, but then once it gets started, you can break this chain, and the combination of the batteries and this generator will produce all the power that's needed to run this little system, because this pump only runs every once in a while. It has to wait until the pressure builds up before it goes again. So this tiny little chamber here does a pretty good job of supplying oxygen. I have 2 of them. This one's in this cold biome, and then the second one is way up here in the top right, producing oxygen up here. And between the 2 of them, they've been supplying oxygen for my colony and keeping it well oxygenated. Hope Clay refines this game so that it's possible to play indefinitely. Seems like I've always run out of resources before cycle 300. I like that there's a challenge, though. I feel like if it got too easy, I don't know if I would want to play it anymore. I feel like that would be my problem. I don't know about you, but the fact that you constantly have to kind of push and strain to find the resources you need to keep moving ahead, I think that's where some of the fun is for me, but everyone's a little bit different, I guess. The one mealwood that could. I don't get what it is with that one mealwood, why it's growing and the others aren't, but I mean, obviously the temperature there is better, but why that one little one has a better temperature than everything else, you got me. Actually, you know what I should do is I can use this space, but what we'll do is we'll put pneumatic doors in here. Deconstruct this. And then I'll just open all the doors. That'll still qualify this as a room. It'll give them excess run room up top, and then we don't have to worry about meeting any specific size constraints for our fancy... Did the hatch escaped? Oh, how about that? He crossed the water. Brave little hatch. Oh, now he's willing to go in the water. I guess it was just the baby one that wouldn't because the water was too deep. Anyway, he's all set up now. He's got food and water and he's playing in the tub. Alright, this can be a pneumatic door. What did I make these out of? Iron ore. Okay, that's fine. That should qualify this as a room now. No, still not. What am I missing? What are we here? Stable. Range size, minimum size 12, max 96. Oh, they haven't built that yet. Duh. Gotta wait till they build it. They should go into sandbox or debug mode in the last stream for this colony. You think so? And just like build stuff like crazy? Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really curious to see what happens on Thursday with the clay stream. Okay, let's set this up for attract shine bugs, attract puffs. That's funny. Slime. They produce slime, but the slime attracts puffs. All right. Set that to attract puffs. Let's put this open. We can draw that guy in. Survey says, ah, we got a stable. Okay, let's open all these. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, now if we could just get this guy lured in here, that would be great. What's the deal with this lure? Must be baited with slime or yada yada. Okay, there they are. They baited it now, hopefully. Yep, there it's going. Okay, good. So we have this baited with slime. Hopefully this will eventually draw this guy in here. Oh, the puff prince that was over here. Did he not? No, he's still alive. Okay, good. We can build a ladder up here, and we'll just go after this guy over here also. See if we can try to get a couple puffs in here. Try to do the Hufflepuff's proud. Come on, little dude. I actually don't know how far away this lure will work from. I haven't played around them so much. Right, so theoretically I could open up the space up top here a little bit more. Maybe that will help lure him in. If we, because I really don't need to top on this anymore now that I have these fake, like these doors in here. Now let me open all this up. And hopefully we can maybe get him to come in through the top or something? I don't know. So I guess the key is just to put puffs and morbs forever. Yeah, so, I mean, you can use morbs, but you can also just as easily use polluted water. If I let this sit down here, it'll keep producing polluted oxygen. Okay, this guy who's way over here, I don't know if he's going to come over this far to get this thing. I have no idea what the requirements are on these things. I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit. We do have the farm set up, though, at least for them, or the ranch set up. I think this little puff's got his head stuck. He's like, I can't get away. He's trying to fly upwards and can't anymore. We do have our little puff ranch set up, so if we can get those guys lured inside, hopefully we can get them to work for us, and then we can get start to produce a steady supply of slime. We'll need to get some more puffs in there as well, obviously, because the two puffs just aren't going to produce that much. But if we can get a handle on that, that'll at least give us some slime that we can use specifically for our mushroom farms. And then later on, we could even like cook that down into fertilizer and what have you as well. So we'll see what we can do with it. We are just a little bit past midnight Eastern time, so I'm going to call it for tonight. But thanks everyone for coming out to the stream. We are going to be playing Oxygen Not Included again on Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So you can come and hang out for that. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. If you're interested in looking at any CrypticFox merchandise, we do have a link in the description of the stream as well to get to the Redbubble shop that has a few different things on it. If a number of people have asked for that over the course of the past year or so, so I did put up a merchant shop for that as well. You can go see that using the link in the stream description. Thanks everyone for coming to check out the stream. I'm as always CrypticFox. Thank you as always for the super chats. I'll see all of you next time.